Eli Rex, El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, the revival.
Yo, if that doesn't get you pumped, I don't know what else will. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rex, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to your revival where it's not just sports, it's entertainment here. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who this is, man, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Spee if you nasty now.
Big dog. And
I'm here with my brother AFA, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damn It Daniel, man. And we are in the building. Please hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe. Shout out to the revivalists in the chat. And boy, guys, if you don't mind, just for today, for this special occasion, if you want your comment featured, please hit that super chat button. But there is a threshold. It has to be a $10 minimum just for today, guys, because we do have a show to get going. All right, we do have a show to kind of move along. So $10 minimum if you can. All right, guys, if you can. Was
this off season the longest off season of all time, or is it just because we're more and more into it every single year that passes? But this is game week. It's Dallas week. The NFL starts in 2 nights. The Giants play Dallas on Sunday Night Football. Jesus Christ. If this doesn't get you going, you're dead.
Yeah,
I don't know what else will.
I don't know whatever. Like you said, if that doesn't get you going, I don't know what else will. And,
nothing legal.
I think what it is that we have so much excitement off of last year, finally getting back to the playoffs, playing Dallas week 1, the team that we're chasing right now in direct competition. Sunday night, it's gonna feel like forever. The offseason, and then you have to wait till all day Sunday too to get there. But man, I cannot wait for some foosball. The foosball's back.
Is this a special show? Do we have anybody joining us tonight, or
guys? We just have a couple special guests lined up. Nothing too crazy, man. But we got LPG in the building today. We got KayAdams, the most famous. The go. We're gonna give him his proper introduction. Hold on, before we move on. But we got a little bit of KayAdams here tonight. We got Tiki Barber, and we got Ransom, man. We got Ransom. So we got a lot of people here in the building here for us. And I tell you, man, it's gonna be a great freaking show, man. So you guys, again, hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe, and shout out to the revivalists. You guys know what this is, but wait, let's kick this off. Because without further ado, man, we got the GOAT of all Giants fans here in the building. If you guys don't know who this is, then you've been living under a rock. But guys, you know what this is, man. That's Joe, Mr. Ruback, a.k.a. License Plate Guy. Round of applause! Round of applause! Round of applause! Yes. Round of applause! And may I add, a.k.a. Mr. Charity, man. This guy does everything. Everything, man. So support here. LPG, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for your time. How's everything?
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I might have to take you guys on a road with me. And that introduction. if anybody says, "Hey, are you LPG?" I'm just gonna be like, talk to these guys.
Let's go.
Listen. First and foremost, thank you so much. Great introduction, but honestly, thanks for having me, and thanks for having me on such a special night. Like you guys have been killing it, but you really killed it. Like you really killed it. So I'm really excited to kick off this unbelievable night for you guys, and cheers to all of you.
Appreciate you, brother. Listen, I'm gonna get right to it and just get you this icebreaker, man. But how excited are you for this Giants season, man? I mean, it's right around the corner. How excited are y'all? Pumped are you right now?
Yeah, that's the question of all questions, and I have to tell you that this is no different than any year. Opening day, right? We all get super excited. Records are 0-0, and of course, you could look at the glass half full, or you could look at the glass half empty in some of these years. But I will tell you the difference in this year is for the past X amount of years, I've been hoping and praying, and this year I expect. And you know what? I don't care that it's Dallas. I don't care that it's Philly. I don't care that it's whoever the Giants going to play. I expect. So,
yes.
Last year, I think the Giants did a little bit better than expected. And this year set us up for that. A lot of people think they're going to take the dip. I believe that Shane and company did enough that there will be no dip. And, although everybody thought we'd be 1 or 2 more years away, bring on this year.
Let's go.
I agree. And you know what? Let me ask you this, if you don't mind, LPG, because I think a lot of people want to know that you're very close friends with OBJ, but we have somebody that's kind of reminiscent that looks like OBJ on that field. Jalen Hyatt, just give us a little bit of your thoughts. Are you excited to see him, and what kind of year you think he'll have? Is it kind of going to be like that OBJ, or should we kind of just pump the brakes a little bit, let it work out?
I don't know. I hope not. OBJ missed the first month, so we don't want that. However, I mean, look, OBJ is such a touchy subject because unfortunately he got to play here in a couple of down years, and I believe that if OBJ played, when the Giants were very good, he would be, up there with the greatest. I think if you win a chip, obviously it's a whole different scenario. But OBJ was one of the bright stars on crappy teams. Okay, yeah. Sort of like one of your other guests, Tiki Barber, probably. And I saw your tweet. Probably one of the greatest Giants running backs, if not the greatest Giants running back. And Brandon Jacobs will tell you the same thing, to ever put on a Giants uniform. You immediately go towards how he ended it, what he said, this and that. Doesn't matter. He's one of the greatest Giant running backs, if not the ever. But getting back to that good question, I'd love seeing the 13. I absolutely love Hyatt putting it on. I think Sills wore the hell out of it. No, but I really believe that it's being held by the rightful owner. I think Hyatt is going to learn. I think he's going to produce. I think all of us got so excited when he saw the separation from Gardner. And there was separation. Shut up, Jet fans. You know what you're talking about. So I truly believe he is going to wear that number for many years. And sooner or later, you're going to see a sea of 13s again at MetLife.
I love it. I mean, listen, it's you gotta like the guy. He's a young guy. He knows what pressure was going to come along with that number switch. And he said, fuck it, I'm taking that. Yeah, and I'm going to run with it. And he's boys with OBJ. He's his mentor. Like, he wants to be like him. He puts the jersey on. He knows what with great change of number comes great responsibility. Yeah. And we need that 13 to shine, maybe. And
I will tell you that I have spoken to the other 13, and Sills told me, no, I'm just kidding. And OBJ
Ramses Barton said,
and Ramsey's told me, but he did tell me, I asked him, it's so funny. I asked him like 5 or 6 questions in a row, and he had one word for me: watch. And I was like, wow, Odell, you think that highly? And he just said, watch. And I was like, okay, I'm down with it.
I'm down with it too.
Let's go.
I got one.
I mean, that made, look, that made, he knows talent. He's caught with him. I think he's worked out with him. So I guess I'll just sit back and watch.
See, like,
we lost him. He's back. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So
Who'd we lose?
I thought we lost you for a second. My bad. Hey, listen, I got a question for you, because we see your background. We see your basement. It is the bomb. It is thebomb.com. I don't even know. Like, you got so much good shit in there. So my natural question here is, and I don't want to say this in a weird way, but if your house burnt down kind of deal, okay? If your house burnt down, what license plate? God forbid. But what license plate are you taking with you? If you had one choice, which one?
Yeah, well, they're on a chain, so the end's gonna get burnt. But I'm going to look. Obviously, I got to go with the G1 Ants orange plate, the original New York plate. It was on my car when I turned 16, and it's on my car today. So all these years, and look, it was I remember going to motor vehicles, and Giants was taken, and I cried like a baby. And I think it was my mom. It was my mom's idea, may she rest in peace, to turn the I into a 1, and it's been there ever since. And look, I can take some of this stuff with me.
Look at this place.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's what I'm
Holy
saying.
cow.
I could take it. I could leave it. You know,
That is absurd.
At the end of the day,
that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Wow.
At the end of the day,
wow.
Anybody want this chair?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It looks comfy.
Odds and evens, P. Odds and evens.
That's a nice quick tour, and then obviously I got the man garage because I ran out of room. But
there's more.
I would have to go with the original plate.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, how about this signature? What's your number one signature you're taking if everything goes down?
All right. So now look, if that happens,
we're cutting it out. Let's see what we got here.
If that happens, I would, and I don't have a pair of scissors to get the the cart, the sheetrock down. I don't know. I think if there was one signature that I would have, you guys know the story about this signature, right? This best wishes.
Oh, the best.
Oh man, please let us know just in case people don't remember.
Tell the people.
Real quick, because I know you guys got other stuff going on, but that's the greatest signature I own. I am
the greatest player.
I am 18 or 19. Don't ask me how, license plate guy, crazy ways, but I call up Lawrence Taylor. Do you want to play golf? Who the hell is this? You know, so guy shows up the next day. We play at Spook Rock in Suffern, New York. He played there on a daily, weekly, whatever. And make a long story short, locks his keys in his car, asks for a ride home. I take him home. I say, do you mind if I go back, get my jersey, some pictures, come over, sign these real quick, and that's it. He was like, of course. Nicest guy in the world. I go back, I get some stuff. Now, you have to understand, guys, when you got a jersey back in the day, you had to go to just a couple of places. And one was Cosby's at Madison Square Garden. And when you ordered a jersey, it took a very long time to come in. It wasn't like you just made up these jerseys or they're hanging on the wall. It's not like that. It wasn't like that. So I ordered Lawrence Taylor. I had it. It was obviously my jersey. I bring it over his house. I knock on the door. He answers the door. He's literally in the living room watching TJ Hooker. I remember it like it was yesterday. I kid you not. We sit down. He signs a couple pictures. I put my jersey out. I stretch it out. I got one arm on one side. Got to make this a nice signature. And I was like, please, don't write LT. Like, can you write your name? Like, I'm on it. Yeah. And he writes best wishes and falls asleep. Now look, you can insert any joke you want because they probably are not jokes.
I got to
And you have to understand, I am a 19-year-old kid in this guy's house. He's got 2 Doberman pinchers the size of me.
Oh God.
And they're literally looking at me like, go ahead, you gonna wake them up? Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So I'm like, LT. And he wakes up and he signs best wishes, Lawrence Taylor. And now I have a jersey that says best wishes, Lawrence Taylor. And
I love it.
And I'll never forget again. Maybe I was a baby back then. I already told you I cried with the license plate. I was furious. I got home. I was like, he ruined my jersey. I can't believe it. Look at this. Best wishes. I was so upset. That is the greatest freaking thing I own.
You'll always have that story. Always have that story.
I mean, years later, I tell that story, and it's a funny, true story. So I love it.
Shout out LT the GOAT, man. Shout out LT. Yeah. But LPG, I cannot get out of here without getting a prediction. And I want one more question as well. But first, let me get your prediction. How much will the Giants win? We're not even going to talk about if they lose. Just give me your score prediction. What you got?
Yeah, that's great. I thought you were asking for a record prediction. I'll give you that as well. But
okay, yeah, I'll take both.
Yeah, I never really have the Giants going under 10. I'm always a double-digit guy. But last year I guessed one under. So this year I'm going to do the same thing. I'm a creature of habit. Most older Giant fans are. I'm going to pick them at 9 wins, which means they'll have 10.
Let's go.
Okay. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So that's as far as this season is concerned. I'll stick with 9, and hopefully they outdo it and they give me 10 victories. Yeah, we all could drink on that one.
Cheers. Oh,
yeah.
Love it.
So,
love it.
Cheers on that.
So, but I will tell you that I don't know what it is, and I'm sure I'm going to tweet about it in the next couple of days. I'm going to get roasted by people that obviously don't think so, and of course, I don't give a shit as well. Exactly. And of course, next week as well, guys. I know that the Giants beat the Cowboys a few years ago, but they haven't beat Dak since 2016. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes. I swear to you, this feeling we all have is real. I don't even think they're going to be. I don't even think they're going to be in this game.
Ooh.
The Giants are not known for tearing apart their opponents. They're always in the game. Whatever happens in the fourth quarter, here it comes down to, to this, whether it's Dallas and Witten at the end, whether it's the Giants and JPP, whether it's Eli bringing it back, whether it's Tynes, Gano, it doesn't matter. It always comes down. I'm telling you, it is not. The Giants are going to open this up, the Giants are going to beat the Cowboys by double digits.
Oh. You know what? Oh. And Hefe says it best. We always say we feel it in our plums. We feel it in our plums. That's got to be right. It feels good. It feels good.
Now before LPG gets out of here, last season, guys, if you didn't know, we did something called If the Giants Win Challenge, right? Now what this is, we did various, I had to write a rap for the first time. The Giants won. El Jefe had to kick a 40-yard field goal.
I tried.
Spiro had to drink 21 freaking drinks. Guys, it was nuts. And Lawrence Tynes signed a bunch of autographed pictures of him kicking us to the Super Bowl, gave it away to some of the fans that we had here. We had some great stuff. So, LPG, I'm going to put you on the spot here, brother.
Bring it.
You're the first guest. If the Giants win, you will fill in the blank.
I will give one of your listeners a picked cleat.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Nice.
You guys heard it here
first.
If the Giants win, the cleat. That's come on. That's huge right there.
Yeah.
So
you know what? You'll give
brother.
a cleat, and if I gotta go into the bag of goodies,
what else?
They'll pick the game used cleat.
Let's go. Shout out
you hear that?
to LP freaking G. You guys heard it here first. Now you should be hyped. You should be excited now, man.
So here's the deal. I'm assuming I got to get it ready because they are winning.
It's happening. You said it. Double digits.
You said it, brother.
100%. Oh, by the way, I just found, I might as well share this with you. I was cleaning up the other day and I found this. This is like the greatest pin that I own.
What is that?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you found that, but that's awesome.
I don't know where I got it, but I can't believe they made it.
They don't make them anymore.
They didn't make them the next day.
Damn right. Well, LPG, thank you so much for your time, my brother. I do appreciate you. We're gonna have you on again later on in the season, and I just want to thank you, man. The stories, everything is awesome. Thank you for your time. We'll talk to you soon, my brother. Thank you.
Love it, and good luck with the rest of the guests, man. I love the show.
You're the best, Joe.
Brother. We'll talk to you soon. Man. Peace. Now, guys, listen, man. All right, let's just get right along. You guys know what this is, man. All right. If you guys haven't heard of this guy, man, producers or people in the background, drop it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to recognize it right away.
Eli Rax, El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, the revival.
Now, guys, of course, the guy that made our intro, but let's just be honest, man. We kind of just took a little bit of it, to be honest with you. But he really made a battle cry for you guys because the Giants made the playoffs, and we did if the Giants win challenge with him, and he came through and he delivered. So, guys, my next guest, if you don't know who this is, you definitely been lit over the rock. Top 5 that are alive on my list. Just want to let y'all know the greatest rapper alive, period. I don't care. I'm going to argue that because I'm a fan. All right? But I have my brother in here in the house, Ransom. Round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. My brother Ren. What's going on, brother? How you been? Thank you so much for being here.
What's good, my good brothers? How y'all feeling?
Good, man.
Bless,
great, man. Dude. I want to remind people real quick. You were so cool coming on our show. We did the if the Giants win, and we said what we say if they make the playoffs, because we talked to you in like November, and you said if we make the playoffs, he'll do a Giants rap. He'll put it all together. And we stole the end of it. That's what our intro is. But I want to remind them because this thing went viral. This went nuts on Twitter. Viral. I'm just gonna give them like 20 seconds of it real quick because I fucking still love it.
Look, not many wanted to show love. We was treated like young punks and old scrubs. Opened up in Tennessee, the Titans won't budge. Went for 2 in a win, Brian Dable is cold blood. Fight till the end is what a pro does. Now we so came a long way from Joe Judge and Gettleman. With him I thought we would never win. Now we in the playoffs, fine ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta shout out the veterans. You know what it is. You know what it is. But man, thank you so much for that, man. That was a classic, man. But before we get started, we asking everybody the icebreaker. How excited are you for this season, brother Ransom, man? What you thinking?
Man, I can't wait, man. We gotta prove a lot of people wrong, man. We gotta prove a lot of people wrong. I hear a lot of the naysayers out there. I hear them, man. They're not giving us a shot. Man.
But one thing I like flying underneath the radar. Do you think the Giants are like right underneath that radar, giving you that 2011, 2007 feel, right? Kind of feels that way.
I think the Jets and Aaron Rodgers over there is helping us out.
Yes.
Yep.
Taking a little bit of pressure off us. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah. So that song that we just played a little bit of, without exaggerating or saying this just because you're here, I listened to that no less than like 35 times. Like not exaggerating. Like that really like just going into the playoffs to have that thing to blast. We played it all the time here. What was your process coming up? Was that like a 5-minute just stream? Just I got this. It's down, or it kind of seems like the kind of thing that you could come up with quickly.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. I came up with that pretty quick. I don't know. I was ready to tackle somebody after I heard. I don't know about y'all. I was ready to hit something, man. I was ready to hit
that
something.
got us all fired up. I'll tell you what, man. Like we were bumping that every episode, man. Hey, Ben, I gotta ask you about this because like we know you're a Giant fan. You're Jersey City's finest right here. You're born and raised. Let's go. Now there's a question. If you had one Giant in your whole entire career, dead or alive, watched or not watched, who would you like to sit down with and have a conversation with in the studio?
Man, that's a loaded one right there.
I know.
You know I'm gonna have to go with Lawrence, man. LT.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
That has to be interesting. That would be interesting.
You guys are good. You guys are good conversations. So I want to. We kind of match up. You know your rap style. If there was a Giants championship team that you maybe would compare your rap style to, you know, you got the 86 tough defense. You had Eli Manning in 2011, the quick offense. What's your rap style like? And like, what team would you compare that to?
Definitely 86.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that was a hard question. He had the answer right away. If I was asked that question, I'd be like, I don't fucking know. They're football teams. What are you talking about?
Definitely 86, man. 86 was a rough, ragtag, rugged bunch of kind of like flying under the radar type of guys. Come in that stadium and they beat you up. You leave bloody. You leave not wanting to play no more. You don't want to play those guys anymore. Next time you go in that stadium, you're like, whoa, we gotta buckle our chin strap.
Shit, we gotta come here now.
So definitely 86.
I totally agree. I just want to say this random because I'm getting a bunch of text messages, man. And shout out to everybody text messages during the show. But they're like, man, Ransom's on. Like, how do you know Ransom? Guys, Me and Ransom talk at least probably once or twice every other month or every month actually, because I'm just like a pain in the ass because I'm such a fan. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he's tired of me by now. But this is my brother, man. I love this guy. Hopefully he feels the same. But shout out, someone just said, man, wow, Ransom's the most underrated artist ever, man. How do you feel when people start saying that about you, knowing that you put in so much work, so much albums, so much great records, man, and that you still have that underrated title? How do you feel about that?
After a while, you're like, how long are you going to be underrated? Like, how long does that last? You know, does that last a whole career? I don't know. You know, Tom Brady was underrated, but it didn't last.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm gonna just keep working until.
But what if it keeps that fire lit? Maybe keeps you going. So
I love
exactly.
it.
There's a little bit of this, and I don't know if you could speak to this, but like when your favorite rapper or band or whatever hits it big, and people say, you know, you went soft, you went public, you went public. Is there a little bit of like, do people give you shit for that? When you hit big and you start making songs for the clubs and all that shit, like, you know, is there a little bit of that, like, or is that not a real thing? You know, tell us, like, basic fans over here.
For me, it's different because I get to do what I want to do.
Facts.
I get to make the type of music I want to make. I really don't care about any radio, any club, anything. I just want to make music for the people that listen to me, and that's it. Like I said, I keep it simple, man. I keep it basic, and I do this for me and for the people and type of people like me that listen to me.
That's what I like to hear. Now, Ransom, I can't get you out of here, man, without getting your predictions, man. I'm going to do two things because LPG sparked it, right? We're going to need record prediction, and we're going to need a score prediction on Dallas, man. What is the Giants' record during the season that you have? How many wins? And we'll go from there. And, of course, give me your score on the Dallas game as well.
Okay, well, I got us winning 9 to 11 games, anywhere in between there.
Yeah, fair. Okay. I like the gap. I like that.
I got 9 to 11. Yep. Anywhere in between. No less, probably no less, and probably no more.
I dig that.
I like that. And what do you got the score as far as Dallas, man? How much we're gonna win by? Let's say that.
You know what, LPG, he kind of had a point there. I think we come out in shock. I think we come out in shock. I don't know about double digits, but I think we come out and kind of surprise. I think we're going to surprise some people, man, especially Dallas. I think their offense is going to be. I think it's going to be clicking and riding on all cylinders. I don't know, man. I think we're going to surprise some people. So out the gate, fresh offense. Kind of, you haven't seen what we could do. I think we could score. I think we could score like 28 points, even more.
That's what I like to hear.
Let's go.
That's what I like to hear.
Mark it down.
I got it.
This is already bookmark. We ready to rock. Now, I just want to say this, man. Before you get out of here, we want to play a quick game with you, man. We're going to call this Remember the Rhyme. Now, here is the basis of this game. Oh, when we fell in love. You remember the rhyme. All right, now, as an artist, me and Hefe, we do music before we found our calling of talking about Giants and New York sports. We wrote so many things that we forget. So we're going to put you to the test because you probably wrote a million things and you probably forgot. However, we're going to do it a little tricky. We're going to do it a little tricky here. Whatever ones you get right, we all will swig our little beverage that we have here today.
In the chat, too. In the chat's got to play.
Chat, you got to do it.
Everybody.
And whatever one you get wrong, Ransom, you don't have to do anything but just give a high five. All right?
Look, I'm on medication right now. If I didn't, I have.
Say no more.
Fair enough.
That's all right.
Fair enough.
Don't worry. But even that, you can just give a high five or don't worry. You're still Ransom. You can get away with this, all right?
You can do whatever you want here, bro.
I'm going to quote one of your lyrics. You just got to tell me what song it was from. Let's see if you can remember. I'm going to throw an easy one at you, too, all right?
He doesn't remember writing.
Let's go.
He blacked out.
Let's go.
Ready? I'm top 3 and I'm not 3 or 2 either. I'm probably as high as the man who spewed ether. What song is that from?
Okay, that's recent. So I got that one. That's from Rise of the Machines.
Let's go.
Nice.
Oh, you got that
recent one. Thank you.
Now we got a drink. Anytime it's an icebreaker. It's gonna get harder.
Y'all just want to drink. So y'all gonna give me
that's what it is.
There you go. That's exactly, brother. That's exactly.
First round, and he figured us out already.
That's it. Jeez, that's always isn't it an excuse, man? You know. But I say that. Here's the next one, brother. I ain't the one to vent this, but I'm back with a vengeance. I know it's chasing pennies gotta stink. That's what that scent is. That's fire, by the way.
Oh, that's crazy. That's JD's revenge right there. That's
another one.
Another one.
Another swig. Cheers. That's good, man.
Swig.
I hate to do this. I
really.
Ransom just. Yeah, I hate to do it. Get us twisted already. All right, here's the next one. My friend said, "Don't forget us when you get big and famous." I said, "I will remember." I said, "Would you remember me if I didn't make it?" Did I say that right? Yeah,
Something
I did. Definitely.
Something like that. You probably said it a little. Yeah, you probably said it like how I remember it now.
Probably sounds cooler on the record.
That's from Greatest Rapper Alive. I know it's from that album.
Yes, it is. You know what? That's a bonus.
These three words.
Yes, it is.
Holy
shit! I thought we stopped them. Holy cow! All right.
Damn.
Okay, I'm getting good at this, man.
It's funny because at first I can see your brain working. At first you remember the era,
I don't know
maybe the album that it was on, and then you go down from there.
I don't know if I'm getting twisted here, but I'm starting to read these terrible. But here it is. Here's the next one. Here's the next one.
You really got me thinking. Okay.
Yeah, here it is. A funny game, you got to know the drill. Walter Payton, because I'm the greatest. The truth bears how a soldier feels.
Woo!
Fire, by the way. Fire, by the way.
It's like he's hearing it for the first time. He's like, "Damn, that's good."
I know that's from. I know that's from the Heaviest Ahead.
Ooh, yes. That's a good one.
Let's see.
I don't want to Google it because I forgot the name of that song, man.
It has your name in it. It has your name in it. Let's say that. It has your name in it.
It's Ransom the Destroyer.
There it is. I get you.
Is that it?
Gotta swing.
Y'all just want to drink.
We just got to drink. We got, you know what? He got it. He got a little help. It doesn't matter. It still counts.
No, I'm hammered. Thanks.
All right, then. Yeah, now I'm gonna read these things all messed up. Thank you, Ransom, for doing this. We appreciate you. Number 5. Here it is. I keep my food for thought hot when I'm serving up. That's word to Puff. They tried to hold my shine back when they heard enough.
Okay, that's. I don't know where that's from.
We finally got him.
I finally got him.
I don't even know. I don't know when I said that. I don't even know if I said that. That was crazy.
Hey. Yeah. All right. The song is called "Blessings" from your album, "The Greatest Rapper Alive."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, we got him.
I had to dig in a crate for that one because I was like, "Yo, remember you said that." I got you, bro.
I had no
idea.
I had no idea.
Got you. All right, so guys, Ransom got 4 to our like 1. This is terrible. This is terrible, man.
Let's
go. Terrible. Ransom, thank you so much, man. Let's hold on before we get out of here. I'm sorry. Because we got to put you on the spot again, Ransom, right? Because the last time you did, if the Giants win.
We're like, we need a Giants album now. Thanks.
But let's say this, my brother. We're going to throw you to the fire yet again because now you got LPG giving out cleats, etc. You can run back to old if the Giants win one. You can run it back. But if the Giants win, Ransom will.
This Sunday you're talking about.
This Sunday, brother.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
But not as big as a playoff, so you don't have to go crazy.
Because if I do a playoffs, a playoff one is.
Yes, that's big. That's big. Yes.
I got something extravagant.
Ooh.
Okay.
If y'all want to wait to open this present,
let's do that.
We can do something extravagant.
Okay.
When we get to these playoffs. When we get to these playoffs.
You hear that, Giants? You hear that, Giants? We need it. Just
extravagant.
Get there.
You thought that last one was a rallying cry. I'm gonna have you banging your head against the locker.
So guys, so you say we should wait just a little bit before you do it if the Giants win? Just wait a little bit to the playoffs? That's what you're saying?
Okay.
He's got faith. He's got faith. Let's go.
Why don't we have him back in November?
Yeah, right. And I'll do you one better. Like, even let's say we're on the brink of the playoffs, right? And we need a spark. We need something. Yeah. You guys can call on me, like how like Batman throws a signal in the sky.
Yeah. We throw up the R.
Just throw the NY, the Giants.
Yes.
I'm gonna get us over the hump. I'm gonna get us.
Let's go.
The R is for Revival and Ransom.
Those two scenarios we're working with.
Beautiful.
If we get in, but if we're on the brink and we need a spark, I'm gonna be the one to do it.
Just throw the R.
Say no more. Say no more. Brother Rand, thank you so much, man, for spending a little bit of time with us. We do appreciate you as always, man. And of course, we're gonna catch you in November, man. We gotta see where we at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Like I said, come. Just throw the symbol in the sky, man. I come run.
Awesome.
Say no more. I appreciate you, brother. I'll catch you on the next one, and I'll bother you again tomorrow. This is what I do. All right.
All right, brother. I
appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate
so
all
much.
y'all brothers, man.
Thank you.
Anytime, brother. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all take care.
Take care, brother. Man, what a show so far. What a show
is right. Tiki's not here yet. Tiki's like he might be in Tokyo or coming back from Tokyo. Or
a little bit of everything. It could be a little bit of everything, but shout out to Tiki. I'm not sure where Tiki is at just yet.
I heard him on the waves. I heard him on the radio waves. So he's out there. He's back. But I don't know. He might still be on, vacation time. So let's just.
Now I'm getting all text messages. I need to jump on the track with Ransom. Ransom don't want me. I'm terrible. I am not a rapper. All right. But
you
Ransom,
just keep saying that. Yeah.
But Ransom, I do have an idea for you. I will call you tomorrow. Actually, I do have an idea. I'll call you tomorrow. I do have an idea. I got something pretty dope for you. But that's another thing. That's another subject. But guys, I know you guys have Tiki's number, man. I know you guys can shoot him a text real quick if you don't mind, and say, hey.
Well, how about this? In the meantime, let's hear a little bit of Revival content. What do you guys think is gonna happen on Sunday? We'll start with Hefe over there on the other side. Sunday night. Yeah. Well, give us some predictions. Give us maybe throw a player touchdown in there for the gamblers out there that might want to cash in on the bet. I don't know.
I thought you'd never ask. I have a firm prediction. I feel really confident in this.
Okay.
And if it doesn't come true, this video will self-destruct. So it doesn't matter. Giants are going to go up early. Right. And then there's going to be a little wave later on where Dallas gets back in the game. But this is going to be the Giants game. The Giants are going to be ahead in this game. It's going to get close. Giants are going to be up by a touchdown in the end, get a defensive stop, and then get a field goal to put it away. 27-17 Giants.
I like it. I like the sound of it.
Darren Waller is going to have a very big game, but he's actually not going to score a touchdown this week. So hold off on those bets.
Hold off on the maybe the over 100 yards or something, or whatever the over yards is. Go over for Waller.
Yep.
Is what
Saquon's getting in there, and Hodgins is getting in there.
Okay. Let's go, body people. Come on. Hey,
in the red zone, where are they going to be staring? They're going to be staring down Waller.
2-6. Yep. Well, also 2-6 too. So take the eyes off.
He's going to get a goal line touchdown. He's going to get in.
I like it. Well, listen, I'll say I'm going to
take a look at the DMs, guys, in the chat. By the way,
I got you. I'm going to say that we're going to go, like you said, we're going to start out fast. I think we're going to be up double digits quick. Dallas, like you said, is going to fight back. I have it more at like a 24-17 one-score game. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. Because listen, that Dallas defense, let's give Dallas the credit they deserve. That defense is no joke. They're no joke. And I think that we're still going to win. I think Hyatt gets a touchdown. I think he gets matched up on Gilmore.
Week one. I mean, that's the dream. That is the dream scenario.
Week one. And Hyatt is going to get matched up on Gilmore, their prize offseason acquisition. You're going to have Kafka run him up like they did against Sauce. He's going to burn him this time. And DJ's going to knock the ball out of bounds this time. He's going to throw it to him in stride. Touchdown. I think that Hyatt gets one. And I'm going to say 24-17. 24-17. Defense steps up and secures the victory. I think that's the way it's going to go.
What does the chat think? What does the chat think?
Chat, give it to us. What do we think? I saw a couple of. What do we? Let's go back here. Let's swing back. 11-6.
There were several. I mean, I haven't seen anyone who predicted that Dallas is winning this game.
I got either Rando. He said it's going to be a barn burner. 30-24.
Oh, I like
Did you guys see? Did you see the rant that Michael Irving went on today?
Oh no,
I did not. No, I did not.
Straight disrespect. And you know what side he was on. He said the only way the Giants are winning this game is if Dak and Cooper Rush get hurt and Dallas doesn't have a quarterback.
And Cooper Rush.
Mm-hmm.
How you going to play us like that?
He's a Dallas fan, so I'm not really shocked. I mean, listen, that's the same thing we say about the Giants, right? When it comes to them playing Dallas. So I'm not shocked at what Michael Irvin. It's Michael Irvin. He's a Dallas fan. He's a Dallas guy to the day he leaves this planet. You know what I mean? So, of course, he's going to hype up the team. Now, I'll tell you this, though. What Shannon Sharp said on First Take, man, which is, I think, his first airing on First Take. So, shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shout out to But he was like, yo, the Giants, man, they're one and done. They're not going to repeat again. And I'm like, what? Like, with the upgrades and etc. we just made, with the continuity, with the coaching?
That's a common theme here.
I don't get it. Listen, I understand it's the Giants. We got to prove it. Like the fans, we see this team all the time. We study this team, so we understand what's about to happen. We understand, right, as fans. But I don't think outsiders know. So when they say it, we're just like, yo, are you looking at it? Or are you doing this for clicks at this point? You know what I mean? So I want it's like the Giants. They just got to go out and just go whoop on them. That's it. They just got to go out and whoop, man, and just win, and that's it.
It's facts. It's up to the Giants to prove that last year wasn't a fluke, right? Because 1 year is everybody can call it a fluke all they want. When you do it 2 years in a row, that means you're finally on the map. That's why this is such a important year, an important first game. Everything is just so damn
sets the tone, man. It's just such a big game for setting the tone. It's not a must win. The season's not over. Absolutely, but man, does it set the tone. It just changes the first like 5 or 6 game stretch. It changes all of it. Instead of backing into the Cardinals game, which is a must win at that point. Right. And they're a bad team. That's a team you have to beat. You're supposed to beat. Instead, that becomes a problem. But if you whoop Dallas, like a lot of people are saying, like surprisingly, Giants are gonna just take control of this game. Then Cardinals, you just go beat the shit out of them.
And then you're going into San Francisco 2-0 with a whole shitload of confidence, right?
Yeah.
Like that changes everything. And there's a world where like you can see that, maybe Purdy's struggling a little bit off the bat with his elbow.
Thibodeau getting home a couple times, like little pass rush getting to him, make him uncomfortable. That's what I'm talking about.
And I said these are my important factors here, right? Like for the Dallas game, you got to see how much Tyron Smith has left, right? The aging left tackle who's been a rock for about, 10 plus years? Yeah. But he's missed 17 games in the past 3 years. It's time for KT to pass that torch to KT and take whatever career he's got left and take it at him. It's like be a game changer and show that he's washed. And Aziz on the other side, beat Steele. That's a matchup we need to win. Yeah, like Aziz has to be that guy and step up and show that he deserves the next contract. And another one, Stephon Gilmore. If Stephon Gilmore is who he's supposed to be, it's gonna be a problem. They're gonna be really good. That defense can be really good.
Could be,
but if he's on the other side of it, if he's starting to age a little bit, maybe a Jalen Hyatt could beat him, and maybe he looks a little slow against these speedsters.
I mean,
right?
I don't think there's a corner that can just stay with Hyatt. You know what I mean? It's a matter of calling the right play at the right time with the right pass and protection. It's like all those things have to happen. But I think a best case scenario of what could happen in this game is Hyatt for a deep touchdown, preferably against Diggs, because against Diggs would be best case. And then he just like waves to the Dallas coach.
He hits it with the hezzy too. With the hezzy like he did with Sauce. And that Diggs is a guy that bites. So he might bite on the hezzy. And you could cook him deep, man. He can be had. The problem is he has makeup speed. So DJ's got to put it on Hyatt. And he's got to hit him in stride. And that's what we worried about. What's the thing that we worry about most? DJ wasn't taking shots deep last year, right?
Shots, yep.
This is now you have to take those shots. Hyatt's going to be there. He's going to be open a couple times. Darius Slayton, he's going to be there a couple times. Darren Waller, he's going to be there a couple times. So you got to hit them when they're open, and they're going to. I have faith in Kafka and Dable to scheme them up and get them open. It's up to DJ now to even if they're not quite there yet, wait for that shot. Wait just that second longer to take that deep shot and hit it. That's what we need to have. And I think it's going to be this year.
Quick update. I just heard from Tiki Barber. I was texting with him. Not a big deal,
No big
guys.
deal.
Like
No big deal.
I don't even like to bring that up or mention that. Honestly, I don't even like to do that. But he is going to hop on in a minute. So give me 1 second.
Beautiful.
Get him the link. So just keep rolling for 2 more minutes till he gets here.
Yeah. And so
you know what, guys? Hold on. Speed.
Wait, hold on.
Drop some merch. Drop some merch, bro. Drop some merch commercial. We'll come back. We'll come back.
This is the merch that you need to get first off. But I will hit you guys up with a link right now, and I need you guys to go check out the merch. Get your shit right now because the bandwagon is filling up, people. The bandwagon is filling up, and it might take some time if you wait long enough. But hey, here's a link. Check us out.
Guys, welcome back, man. Of course, you didn't know, man. Head to NewYorkRevival.spiritsale.com to get your cool New York Revival merch, man. Hoodie, T-shirts, tank tops, no DJ slander. We got it all there for you guys and all for Giants fans as well, man. Probably one of the hottest freaking websites that we had, man. A lot of people show their support. They add us on Instagram. They add us on everywhere New York Revival is, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and they show us some love, man, by wearing the merch. So we do appreciate it. It's getting cold. Get that hoodie season going. You know what I mean? We got you.
I'm not gonna let you loose here. I want to hear what you have predicted for Sunday because me and Hefe did ours. What you got on tap for Sunday, man? Like, let's give us your score. Give us a touchdown from who you see scoring a touchdown. Don't say 26. Don't say 26 because we know he's scoring.
Here's the thing, though. You want to know something crazy? And I number one, and I'm gonna say this, and you guys they're gonna give me hell for this. 28-21 Giants will win. They'll win by a touchdown. It'll be a close game. It'll be by a touchdown, and it'll be Darius freaking Slayton that's gonna come out and actually do his thing, man, and take the top off. This is gonna be that one guy that. No, exactly. So I think he's going to be that guy where people are finally going to start giving him that respect. You know what I mean? Because he's known, like, everybody's like, oh, he drops the ball. It's Darius Slayton. Listen, I think he's going to be that guy. I think he has a chip on his shoulder this season. I mean, guys, we've seen him in camp, right? It seems like he's playing at a higher level than what he's usually playing with, right? Like, he just looks like he's in tune. Looks like he's ready to go. And I think the coaching staff –
right.
It feels right. I think the coaching staff has a lot of faith in him. So I think Darius Slayton's just going to be that dog, man, to take the top off, especially in this important game. When you're going to see, now everybody else is going to eat, but I think that unsung hero, man, everybody just is down on from time to time. It's Darius Slayton, man. He's going to be that hero for us to win us that game, man. Oh, yeah.
Always Sutton. We have a special guest here, Eli.
Oh.
Now, let me tell you one thing, man, guys. If you guys, listen, he needs no introduction. Like, what are we doing here? He needs none. That's how great he is. A Giants legend here in the building, guys. The greatest running back. I don't want to hear arguably. I don't want to hear that. Because you got Brandon Jacobs said it himself that Tiki Barber should be in a Hall of freaking Fame. And of course not said his name. I'm passionate about this because I'm tired of you guys crapping on my brother here. Right? I'm tired of it. But that's another subject. But guys, you already know who's in the building here today. My brother, your brother, the guy himself, the Giants legend, WFA and co-host as well, Tiki Barber. Round of applause.
How are you guys tonight?
Round of applause. Cheers, my brother. How you doing? Cheers, brother. You
good.
Great,
Good to
man.
see y'all again. I mean, what are you
doing?
doing?
Great,
brother.
I got like yogurt. Y'all are drinking beers. I'm drinking yogurt.
Usually, you know what it is? On the first show, you had the whiskey ready to go, so we felt really very underprepared. So we was like, all right, Tiki's coming up.
Never too far away. When we said bring a drink, we definitely meant yogurt. So you understood.
That's what happens when I don't eat. My wife is at the U.S. Open tonight, so I had like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I was still hungry. So I got a yogurt. It's my kid's yogurt. Like Tiki's gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, Daddy, where's my yogurt? I'm like, sorry.
So
that's your
first
problem.
off, Tiki, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate your time, man. Of course, we won't keep you long. I know you got a million things happening, but I do thank you so much, Tiki, for being here. But I'm going to ask the icebreaker question, man. Every Giants fan that's in the building watching this thing, they're excited about the season. And how excited are you about the Giants season and their future at this point?
Yeah, you got to be jazzed up about this year, mainly because Daniel Jones looked so good in that one preseason game that they played. The ball came out quick. It was accurate. He's always been accurate, but the ball was accurate. He looked like he was in command, and that was just like that much of what's going to happen this season. So I love the weapons. You saw it. You saw it when free agency happened, and they get Darren Waller. They flip that Kadarius Toney third-round pick. You see him bring in some speed. Hopefully, if they get healthy at that position, you got to go vertical in the NFL these days. The statistics don't lie. And being an analyst now, I get all this stuff. If 20-plus yard plays, if you get one of those in your drive, you're 3 times more likely to score a touchdown. That's what matters, right? They would grind it out last year, and it was a hard hustle for the Giants. Look, they were winning games, but it was a hard hustle. It shouldn't be that hard for a team that has that much talent that they've acquired this offseason. I give Joe Shane, we've been saying it all offseason on WFAN, you got to give Joe Shane so much love and credit for managing what was a very difficult situation with Saquon Barkley. And this isn't a knock against Saquon. It's just a reality of the situation for running backs in the league. And me and my brother have been talking about this a lot, because why is this happening? And it's happening because the 11th highest paid running back, the 11th, just got signed by the New York Jets and Dalvin Cook for $7 million. That's the 11th. The average of the top 10 is what the franchise tag is. You get paid on the franchise tag. So let's clear this up. This is why this is happening for running backs. The franchise tag dictates what the position is going to make, right? So if you have 15 great wide receivers and they're all making $18 to $25 million a year, then the average of the top 10 is going to be $18 to $20 million. The problem with the running back is there's not enough great ones. It's not about devaluing the running back. I keep hearing that. I mean, I've even said that at times. But when you go really look at it, is there's not enough great running backs. So there's not enough of them making 14, 15, 16 million dollars, because the only thing that a team is going to pay is the franchise tag. Period. That's all they have to pay.
Right.
For the longest time, that's what the leverage point has been, right? If you're an offensive tackle and the franchise tag has you at $19 million a year, the agent's going to go in and say, well, if you're going to franchise me, you got to pay me at least $19 million. So let's do 19 the first year. Let's do 25% of that the second year. That's the first 2 years. You do that with a running back, it's like, all right, we'll give you $22 million over 2 years. And it's there's not enough great running backs.
That's interesting.
There's good running backs. I'm not saying there's not good ones. There's good running backs. But are there 15 Christian McCaffreys? Are there 15 Saquon Barkleys, right? Are there 15 Alvin Kamaras? The answer is no. There's maybe like 5 of them. Yeah. And if you go look at the salary cap hits, it tells you, right? It's Christian McCaffrey at 16, then it goes to Derrick Henry at like 13 or something. Alvin Kamara's up there at 14 or so. Then it drops to 10, which is the franchise tag number. Then it goes down to 8, and then it goes down to like 7. And it's like, and so until there's more great running backs that you have to pay without even thinking about it. Christian McCaffrey got paid without even thinking about it. Derrick Henry got paid without even thinking about it. Alvin Kamara got paid without even thinking about it. Until you have 10 to 15 of them, running backs are not going to get paid. That's just the bottom line. It's not this is a knock on Saquon. This is the reality of the finances of the NFL.
So he just got
that way.
He got caught in the wrong place, wrong time kind of deal. Like, is that what it is?
No, it's just there aren't that many great running backs.
Yeah. So I thought it was supply and demand at first, because I thought just because it feels like everybody keeps saying you can find a running back anywhere. Everybody keeps saying that, and they always said that. But I guess you're saying it's just not enough elite running backs.
You can find an average running back anywhere.
Right.
Or a committee. A committee is easy.
Or by committee.
Yeah.
But how many teams have a player that you have to keep on the field? How many?
Not many.
There's not a lot.
There's
like
5, like you said.
There's 4.
Yeah.
And
there's literally
if you don't have that, you're not going to get paid. That's the issue.
Let's shift gears real quick because you had a take in our a few people in our chat loved it about DJ being top 5. Let's show them real quick in case you can have a sip of yogurt while we show the clip. Here, let's do this.
Daniel Jones can be a top 5 quarterback. I really believe that. And I know a lot of this is about Saquon and what he means for Daniel Jones, but Daniel Jones is paid to be a top quarterback right now.
Hey, do me a favor. Get a drug test for him during the break.
Top 5 quarterback.
He has the ability.
You're laughing at me. He has the ability. He has the ability.
And that caused a ruckus. Let me tell you, Tiki. But please finish the question there, man, because you're absolutely leading down this great conversation.
How about Evan with that?
That evil laugh was pretty funny.
Yeah,
that laugh was really funny.
I don't need a drug test, but maybe if they test it for alcohol.
Yeah, right.
Oh, hey, I'll do it. Cheers.
Let's go. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. But Tiki, cheers, brother.
You yelled at me last time because I didn't drink.
A lot of people took that to mean I'm saying Daniel Jones is a top 5 quarterback. He's clearly not yet. There's too many great ones above him right now. Young, great guys above him, and Aaron Rodgers is still playing. He won 2 MVPs a couple years ago. But what I was saying was that Daniel Jones has the ability. He has the brains. He has the physicality. He has the acumen to throw the ball, the accuracy, the deep ball. I mean, the whole Danny Dimes thing didn't come from nowhere. It didn't come out of thin air. We didn't just make this up because we wanted him to be this deep ball thrower. We saw him with 3 or maybe even 5 300-yard games his rookie season. Like he was that guy. And then the whole coaching injuries, turnovers got in the way of him developing into the player that I think he's now starting to become. And so when you look at him, you look at the talent around him, including Saquon, obviously, an offensive line that should be getting better as this year goes on. He has the ability to be a great quarterback, right? He's got the demeanor to do it in New York. And it's crazy because if I hadn't played with Eli and we hadn't all seen Eli, I would have said, that's not going to work in New York, man. He's too passive, right? He's not his brother, right? He's not loud, but Eli crushed it here, right? And so Daniel Jones is exactly the same way. He carries himself with the same demeanor. You may feel like he's old shucksish, but he's a grinder, man. He's like the fastest kid on the team. He works. Wow. He's a monster. He's like 250 pounds. Like he's a big kid. He's tall, so he doesn't have to move out of the pocket to make all those throws. Like, the ability is there, and I believe if it's realized with under Kafka and Daboll's system in year 2, continuity, it's a big thing. Then he could inch his way into that top 5, and we'll see. May not happen, but he's definitely not a guy you're trying to draft over a year from now.
That's what you said, though. You said the ability to be a top 5. He's got the ability. Never say he was top 5. So everybody, chill out. Chill out. But
it's sports talk radio, man.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it's about.
Remember what he does for a living now.
Yes, facts.
Yeah,
but also, I wanted. So you talking about top 5 got us start thinking about top 5 game. So we're going to call this game the top 5 game. And we're going to throw out some things to you. And I want to hear your top of this, whatever my question is, okay? So First question, your top drink, your favorite drink. If Tiki Barber is going to a wedding, what's your go-to at a wedding?
This is easy for me because I've become a bond head, and I love the Vesper. 2 parts gin. For me, it's Hendrix. 2 parts gin, 1 part vodka, half Lillet, stirred over ice.
Damn.
I like it.
That's a gentleman's drink I've never even heard of. I'm like,
it's created. Ian Fleming created it. It's like
I don't know if I want this drink now. Like I don't
think I'm manly enough to drink that.
No, right? Let us know what the spot is, Tiki. At least so we can try this drink, brother.
Hey, Vibes. Here's the problem, though. you got to have like a suit on to order that.
Right.
Exactly. You walk in with a t-shirt, you're like,
be a nice suit.
I'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
You don't get that. You don't get that
listen,
in an Irish
we're
pub,
gonna
dude.
find our best $99 suit in the closet, and we'll meet you there, T. Don't worry. We got you, brother. We can make it happen. You know what I mean? Sweet guy, what's the next one, brother?
All right, I got another one
Good
for you.
start, though.
Favorite teammate, your top teammate that you have in Tiki Barber's career. It could be college, it could be NFL.
Oh, I mean, that's an easy one. My favorite teammate is my identical twin brother.
Let's go.
Bro. That's an obvious one. That's an obvious one. My favorite teammate was Greg Camella. You guys remember the old school fullback, Greg Camella?
Yeah.
We used to ride together to every game, including the NFC Championship game in 2000.
Wow.
And I remember Greg had this like beat up Humpty. Like he had this old like Honda. He never got rid of it. So I would always be like, dude, I'm driving you. Like I'm driving. We're going in my car. That's
Stay strong.
And I remember going into that game, and we were just like, dude, if we win this game, we're gonna get announced in the Super Bowl. Now we ultimately didn't. Fossil decided to announce the defense, and it pissed us all off. I remember having these drives, because driving in New York, we both lived in the city. You know, we'd go home, park our cars after the night away. We'd always have to stay in a hotel, so we'd stay at the Woodcliff Lake Hilton. Up in upper New Jersey. We drive back into the city. I'd go pick them up, and we just take that 20-25 minute ride to Giant Stadium, and we bonded a lot and did a lot of soul searching together in the off seasons, running hills up in Ramapo. And most importantly, he took my hits, man. Fullbacks,
he did.
Fullbacks don't exist anymore, but it's a running back's best friend, because he literally takes your hits. That linebacker who's screaming downhill is coming to attack the ball. The fullback is your defense system. He's your shield in front of you. Now they use tight ends, and they don't really want to hit anybody. And sometimes it's side saddle, but I'd say
no wonder he was your best friend. You were always good at avoiding the big hit. Like I always remember that. Like you had a great way of knowing when a play was over. Get down, just pop up.
Right. It's not worth it, man. The next play is more important.
So smart. Too many guys fight.
I had to tell Brandon Jacobs that many times. I'm like, you can't keep running motherfuckers over. Stop.
But I'll take the Woodson hit. I'll take that Woodson hit all day long. And I swear it changed the game. I swear by it.
Tiki, let me ask you this, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just random. I'm sorry. We'll get right back to the game because Brandon Jacobs just hit me. Let me ask you this, Tiki. Does Tiki Barber belong in the Hall of Fame, in your opinion?
I mean, my brother's in there, so that means I got to be.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair to never let me be in the conversation. Here's the challenge. You the only way to get into the Hall of Fame is you have to be in the conversation. They have to debate you. Like they have to say, what did you do? And create a narrative around you. And I think if that ever happened, and I'd have to be a finalist for that to happen. By the way, that's all Ronde asked for. Ronde didn't say I'm a Hall of Famer. Ronde said, just put me in the finals and debate me. And when they looked at it, it was obvious. So I would think I have a great argument for longevity, especially now. I'm one of 3 players with 10,000 yards and 5,000 yards receiving in NFL history. You throw on the 1,000 yards of return, I'm the only one that's done that. Had 5 200-yard games, and all of them were critical. Going back to the Eagles to get into the playoffs, even though I fumbled 3 times in that game, I still rushed for 200.
I was there. I seen it.
I still rushed for 200 yards. The 3 that I had in the Wellington Mara Bob Tisch season, which were all impactful, including the last game of that season, or actually the penultimate game of that season against the Raiders on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, where I rushed, and we won the division with that win. And then obviously the last game of my career, which whether it's people want to accept it or not, it helped save Tom's job, and got us into the postseason to get to 8-8. So look, the argument's there. It's just a matter of someone debating it, someone taking up my case. I think it's probably honestly going to be Gary Myers, who I've gotten really close with over the last. I mean, we've always been close, but gotten really close over the last few years. And he got both the Jets in this year.
Hey.
And so
listen, we'll carry the torch for you. You know,
I'll be that guy. I'll do that.
The Bible will get you in the Hall of Fame.
Boys, the more you say it, the more it's likely to happen.
Let's go.
I always say your last 5 or 6 years were just so epic when you were averaging just under 2,000 yards from scrimmage, like averaging.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That was back when they gave the guy, the starting running back, 400 touches. Like that just doesn't happen anymore. Like nobody gets the amount of touches.
And you didn't miss a lot of games either.
No, just early. My first season, I missed 6 because of my PCL tear.
Yep.
But after that, I was always there. So
well, yeah, I would say, and I always said this: if you stayed for 1 or 2 more years, I think you'd be right now, like you'd be walking with Ronde at that point. But hey, listen, it all happens for a reason. Now you got your sex.
Timing.
You're gonna make the Hall of Fame in both things. Let's say maybe NFL. Have yourself a day.
In a way, though, do you feel like you do have a bust in the Hall of Fame?
I do.
Yeah.
Right.
You shave that beard off, that bust. That's me, man.
Let's go.
How cool was that, though, to be on stage with your brother? How awesome was that, man? That looked so fun.
It was. You know what was great about it is that, sometimes these Hall of Fame speeches, they just become, thank you to this person, thank you to that person. It becomes a thank you fest, which is great, but it's not memorable.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. And Ronde didn't show me his speech, but he told me my talk has an intent. Right. There's a purpose to what I'm saying. And, he started talking about me and basically said, if there's one thing you remember from this entire 12-minute speech that I'm giving, remember this: you can't have the conversation about him without having the conversation about us, meaning me and Ronde. And he's in the Hall of Fame because I helped him get into the Hall of Fame, not directly, obviously, because we pushed each other and our successes. And it's the same goes for me, right? It's just having a twin who walked the same path that I did and had the same struggles, the ups and the downs, but we were always there for each other. Just it made it possible. And what makes it easier for him to be a Hall of Famer is that he never wanted to quit. Right? He was just like, dude, I'm gonna keep going. They keep paying me 1-year deals.
Yeah, right.
He was getting hit a lot less, though.
Keep banking those monies. 16 years of game checks is a lot of loot.
Pretty damn good.
Right? And so if I had played longer, it wouldn't be a conversation. But it is what it is. I had other things I wanted to reach out and start doing.
I love that he made it about you guys. Like walking out, the speech, everything. I thought it was just awesome. Yeah. So quick, another question, because this as well as anybody, how the Jets are getting so much love in the media, so much hype. The Giants still under the radar, even with the way last season went. Not a lot of believers. Maybe it was a flash in the pan season kind of thing. Do you think that that's fair, or do you think that the Giants are a lot closer than people realize?
Well, I think there's still work that needs to be done with this roster. And I think when they have the full flexibility of whatever it's going to be, $80-something million in cap space next year, the Giants are really, and Joe Shane are really going to make this roster championship viable. Now, the thing that helps them, honestly, this year is that the NFC, who's the world beater? The Philadelphia Eagles, who lost both coordinators and has an aging offensive line, right? And maybe you start to figure out the book on Jalen Hurts a little bit and learn how to contain him. Like, are they the best team in the NFC? The answer is probably yes.
I'd say so, yeah.
And so I think the challenge for the Giants is forget the playoff talk, forget all of that stuff. Catch up to the Eagles, right? If and when the Giants catch up to the Eagles and don't get the doors blown off like they did in the games that mattered. Forget the one at the end of the year where nobody played. But if they can catch up to the Eagles, that's when you start saying, man, this team can actually do something in the postseason. Right. And by the way, they weren't nearly ready. And look what they did in the postseason last year. So there's hope. But the challenge is the schedule. It is really rough. And it's it could start a little bit ugly. And
did you ever worry about the schedule though? As a pro,
you never do. But I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as the non-player right now.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm looking at it as the player, I'm saying we're better than Dallas. Right. We're better than these teams that are at the top of our schedule. But as the analyst, I look at their schedule and I'm like, man, they could this could be a 9-8 team, right?
Yeah.
Right. Not that they're worse than they were last year,
right?
But it's a tough grind. So they got some challenges in front of them, but they got the head coach to do it. I mean, I love Dave. He is the man.
He seems as cool like as any coach in the league right now. Like that's one thing that Giants fans agree on, and it might be the only thing.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about him though? He is basically Bill Belichick when he into the media, like to the public. Yeah. I get his transcripts every day. He says nothing at all.
Right. It's an art form.
I prefer listening to Joe Shane or reading Joe Shane's transcripts because Joe Shane will actually tell you something, what they're thinking and what the direction is. Brian Daboll's telling you nothing, and I love that. But I love his personality. I love his realness. Right at the end of the day, you got to be real. You got to be true to who you are. You got to be a motivator. You got to be someone, an encourager. You got to be an instructor. He does all those things on a professional level, which is hard to do with so many disparate and different types of personalities in the locker room.
That's what, and we feel like, we can go out for some drinks with Dave. Like I feel like he's just a down-ass dude that is cool, and that's why we love that guy. But like, all right, getting back to Jets, I want to hear a little bit more here. You and Evan. Giants, Jets, you guys go at it all the time. I love it. Yeah. Is there any bets being made for the Week 8 matchup here?
Not yet.
Nothing yet.
Not yet.
I need to hear the wheels turning here. I need something.
Well, here's the problem. So Evan's starting to get nervous about the season. I'll tell you, there's been like so much hype around this team, and now
he's a Mets fan too.
Yeah, exactly. But now you got DJ Reed talking about we're gonna have a defense that's on par with the '85 Bears. Like, come on, DJ. Right, that team gave up 10 points in the playoffs. Right, they were elite, and they have 4 Hall of Famers, or maybe it's 3 Hall of Famers on the defense. They had to, not a great offense, but hell, they won 15 games in the regular season, and it wasn't even like everybody knew they were winning the Super Bowl by week like 12. So the Jets are not going to be that, but I commend them for having that mentality.
Yes.
I just don't know if they should say it.
Did you consider the Jets a big rivalry when you were a Giant? Like, or is that just
well, I'm from Virginia. I grew up a Washington fan. So I didn't have this ingrained hate for the other team in the city. And so when I got here, everybody made such a big deal about the Jets Giants preseason game. Because that's really the only time we play. Right? And I'd be like, okay, this game means nothing at all. We do not play you in the regular season. So the only time that a game between the Jets and the Giants, this is me being an outsider coming into Giant fandom. Like the only time this game would matter is if we both ended up in the Super Bowl. That's the only time you could hate, in my mind, the Jets. But New Yorkers, it's so binary. It's like so many people.
It is.
So I never thought it was a rivalry.
Friends. Yeah, we talked to with our friends. It's more the fans. It's a fan thing more than anything else. The Giants players don't care about them. Again, like you said. Yeah. Well, the closest we got to it was that Christmas Eve game where Cruz took it 99 yards.
Yes,
that was as close to a late game in the season.
Well, here's what's changed, and I think the modern Jet and Giant fan will look at it differently because they're both in New Jersey.
Right.
They're both near each other. So, I actually live in Florham Park. So this is like a burgeoning Jet fandom base. Florham Park and Madison and Chatham and Morristown. Like you can see the young kids just kind of wanting to be Jet fans because they're right here. Yeah. When I was with the Giants, the Jets were on the island. Right. They were on the other side of the world from me. Right. So it wasn't even an issue. The Giants were in Jersey. The Jets were in Long Island. It wasn't a rivalry. And so now I could see why it would start to become a little bit more of one, especially with the new stadium that doesn't have Giant Stadium plastered all over it.
Oh, we still call it Giant Stadium. That's right.
I can't imagine how fun it was, like your college career as well. Does it compare to what you did in the pros? Are there some things you actually liked better about your college career?
Tell us about UVA.
College was, UVA students loved sports, but they didn't really care.
Really?
Florida State. And it was like, all right, we're back to school the next day. You know,
interesting.
It was kind of just like something you did. And we got really good for a couple of those years. And so it was a little bit heightened, but it didn't make me the big man on campus. You know what I mean? It was just, and so,
because it's a basketball school, or just
no, just because it's an academic school.
Yeah, fair.
Right? It's a top 5 institution in the country. Really, one of the top 1 or 2 public schools in the country, and so we cared more about your education. Hell, I wanted to be an astronaut. I studied database design and programming. Damn. I wasn't like.
So you're saying there wasn't a ton of ragers going on?
We had ragers. No, trust me, we did that, but it wasn't state U. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Right. So the students would come to the games in sundresses and khakis and button-up shirts, right?
The wine and cheese crowd.
Yeah, no, you're joking, but exactly what it was, and we kind of embraced that. I think my bigger moments, my more memorable moment. Well, there were the Florida State game notwithstanding, the more memorable moments came in the NFL because of just the intense fandom of Giants fans. I remember my very first game, which was. It was the night Diana died, Princess Diana. It was the day after Princess Diana died in 1997. And like it was weird because we were all like exhausted because we were all up at night watching that. And we played the Eagles. My first game was against the Eagles. And I remember getting introduced in that game, and it was just like, holy crap. There's a lot of people. And it was intense, and it was awesome. We ended up winning that game. And it was like, welcome to New York, man.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
The vibes are a lot different from Virginia to New York, but like, did it feel weird coming up to New York, or did you transition right away and you're ready to go?
Well, I lived in Jersey right when I first moved up. I lived in Jersey City, right on the water. It was a place called Avalon Cove. It was new at the time. It was actually nice. It had like a pool, it had tennis courts, had all these amenities. But then my girlfriend, soon to be wife, now ex-wife, wanted to live in the city. And so I was one of very few that lived in the city. I was on the Upper East Side. And so I became a New Yorker. And it's one of the reasons why, I got involved in all the other things that I got involved with, from philanthropy and media and business, etc. It was all because I lived in the city. Like if I was living in New Jersey, just kind of hanging out with the dudes, I never would have been walking in these like circles that I didn't belong in, but I was only there because I was a good athlete, a good football player. And
hey, the city got you cultured. I get it. The city got you cultured.
Yeah.
I feel you, man.
But I'll tell you are the man. Thank you so much for coming back. What you did for us when we were brand new and you came on, it meant a whole lot to us. So
let me say this too, because forgive me, guys, I'm behind the scenes doing all the stuff, making this show happen. We are the producers here, so forgive me, brother Tiki.
We have no staff.
We have no staff until we make it big like you one day, good sir.
You know what they say, right? You need something done, give it to someone who has no time to do it.
Tiki, first off, Tiki, I just want to say, Tiki, thank you so much, my brother. We do appreciate you because, again, we were only about maybe 5 subscribers in, and you were our #1 show, highly rated. And let me tell you, man, since knowing you, we have a birthday a day apart. If you guys don't know, he's the 7th, I'm the 8th. So, but just to have you on again, brother, and to continue to do this and have the relationship we have, we appreciate you here at the Revival. And I thank you so much all the time for picking up your phone, even when I'm annoying. Because I know, like I said, I'm your brother. I'm a huge fan of you. You
hit me up. I'm in Japan. You hit me up. I'm in Japan. I'm like,
how was Japan, by the way, man? How was it? Everything's good?
I got you,
man.
You guys hit me up whenever you want, man. You know that.
Thank you, man.
I know, man. Was Japan a good time or not? I hear good stuff.
Japan was the cleanest city I've ever been in. But you know what? You go wash your hands. There's no paper towels, right? So all of it is dryer. Every bathroom, every single one, even like in the crappy restaurants, are a bidet, right? It's
wow, must be nice.
So like there's no trash. It's bizarre. Like,
that's crazy.
There's no trash cans, but there's no trash, and nobody jaywalks. There's no cars coming. People stand at that light until it turns green, and you walk across.
Oh,
but it's a culture full of respect and honor and in this like quiet dignity. I mean, my wife and I were on the train. We took the train from the airport because it's like 50 miles or something. So instead of taking a car and sitting in traffic, we just took the train. The not the conductors, but whatever, the people who come up and down the aisles.
Yeah.
They come in and they bow, right? They go through the cart, do whatever they're doing. They get to the inn, open the door, turn around and bow and shut the door. It's like there's so much respect in that culture. It was eye-opening. And like, so my wife and I's challenge was to keep our kids like respectful. And they're like, we're just having fun. I'm like, Brooklyn, Tegan, I understand you're having fun, but you have to respect the culture that you find yourself in. Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's different in Florent Park or in America.
Oh, yeah, right.
Kids could be crazy and nobody cares. Right? You can't do that. And so it was actually a great learning, experience for them. And they hiked around with us. We did 8 to 10 miles of walking and sightseeing. We had a good time, man. It was. I recommend
awesome,
it was a once in a lifetime type of thing. Actually, I'll go back and I want to run the marathon.
Let's go. See, thank you so much, my brother. I promise
Cheers,
you, of
boys.
course. Cheers, my brother. Cheers.
You're the best.
Cheers,
Appreciate
man.
you,
You're
my
the
man.
best, man. Love you, brother. Appreciate you.
Much love. Hit me up anytime.
And,
I'll see y'all soon.
man. I'll catch you in the mid-season. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man.
I'll talk to you
Go
soon.
Giants.
Later, Tiki.
Peace.
I wish we had
Guys,
one more
here we
guest.
are.
Just one more. Just one
Here we
more
are.
guest.
Guys,
Let me
we've been
close this
doing.
out.
Let me make this clear, okay, guys? Let me make this clear. We have no production. This is us, so we're troubleshooting. We're trying to figure this stuff out for you guys. But guys, we are here. All right, we are here, guys. We are wrapping this up with the most requested guest that you guys wanted.
It's true.
You guys at us every day, guys. You know what this is about here, okay? You know what this is about. But guys, we love this next guest coming on. Guys, if you don't know where she's from, we all know her from Good Morning Football. Now she's doing the bigger, better things with FanDuel, the Up and Adams show, man, with KayAdams. Guys, in the building, New York Revival, KayAdams. Round of applause!
Wow.
Round of applause! Round of applause!
Live with the Woodward Roll!
Let's go.
Let's go!
This is my third beer. Well,
Let's go.
Here,
Boom.
I'm trying to find the Zoom thing. I'm looking for emails and vibes. Is trying to get me right. Listen, cheers to you guys, Mr. This is my glass half full right here.
Let's go, okay. Let's go, okay.
The fact that you guys do this all by yourselves, the juggling. You're talking to Tiki like, "What up, Tiki? I'll text you later. Congratulations, guys."
Hey, appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Let's go. Let's go.
I like that.
Let's go.
What's up, guys?
Okay. What's up? Thank you so much for coming on. And man, it was a little thing getting it going, but hey, we're the graphics people, we're the production, we're everything around here. Just to let you know. But thank you so much for coming. And listen, we're gonna start this off pretty good. How are you feeling? How's everything? You got 3 beers and you feel like I need to go run upstairs and get another one now.
She's feeling good. She's feeling good.
I usually do not drink on a random Tuesday night, but I was told if I'm going to hang out with you three, I have to have 1 drink per host.
Also, okay.
So that's what I'm working on.
I've never seen anyone else.
Good. You know, it's go time. It's big game Sunday night. Thank you guys for the shout out and the love for Up and Adams. I got to tell you, we got both quarterbacks on my show this week. Dak Prescott is coming by. Daniel Jones will be on. Can I make an announcement?
Yes, absolutely. Please.
Daniel Jones will be on Up and Adams every Tuesday of the season.
This is what I want to hear. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, I just want to let y'all know. I just want to let y'all know here, only on the Revival, where our guest gives us the exclusive all the time. Whether LPG tells you a story about OBJ, whether Lawrence Tynes give away a bunch of Super Bowl pictures, I'm telling you, you'll hear it here. So shout out to KayAdams, man. Daniel Jones will be stopping by her show.
We talked to him. I've never met him. I've actually never talked to him, but I feel like he's such a good challenge for me because I don't know much about him. He doesn't talk to the media a ton. So when I thought about who's a guest, like which quarterback would I want? Sure, like Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, but like they Joe Burrow doesn't talk at all, but Daniel Jones, like my biggest challenge will be to like get something out of him every week.
Get out of him.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't happen. He doesn't.
I'm going to earn my FanDuel paycheck. I'm going to earn that
go.
shit. But I'm excited about it.
If you get any raw personality out of him, I will be genuinely impressed because I'm not sure it's there.
Well, tell us about your skit. Tell us about your skit, Hefe. Hefe does so. He has a very good skit. If you haven't watched him yet, he goes. It's called "Damn It, Daniel."
She doesn't follow.
It's when Daniel just is just a little puppy dog.
Don't say that. I'll follow you right now.
She's following me live.
Oh my God! Hold on! This is crazy. We're making history right now with KayAdams, guys. We're excited.
What?
We're excited. We're excited
Why
here.
are you making history? Hold on. Follow back. Is that you?
You found
There
me.
it is.
That's me.
Hey, let's go.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna subscribe to whatever the hell that means. Hefe, you were the first person I've ever subscribed to. That is
You know what? Hefe's gonna sleep well tonight. He's gonna sleep very well. He's saying that.
Is this real life?
Okay, let me say this because I do this every show. I kind of just throw a curveball in every show, okay? And I kind of have a little secret for you here. And this, Hef, you look a little bit confused, but I'm going to remind you today. Production, what you got in the back, man? Let's throw this up here.
Hold on.
What? Oh, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches.
I'm sorry to do this to you. Hefe.
So we had to.
That's so sweet.
We had to do this because literally we're your biggest fans on here, KayAdams.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Hefe, we had to throw that up there and embarrass him just a tad bit here, but
you know what?
Say this. Well, go ahead, Hef.
You guys are good. You guys are really good friends. I just want you to know that.
I mean, congrats on being married. That's all I'll say. Congrats. I think that's.
Thank you. Thank you. I am happily married.
Happily married. I mean, happily married is hard to do. So,
hold on, baby, watching the street. You are. I am happily married. I'm very happily married.
Listen, I think that the wives of the people who watch Good Morning Football were my favorite people. I loved getting all the comments and everybody's the diehard sports fan wives are the wives who like put up with Good Morning Football, even though they didn't want to watch it because they liked what I was wearing. Everything in between was my favorite. So.
Mm-hmm. So, Kay, let me ask you this, man, because I think the people would like to know, what is your favorite go-to beer? Like, what's the one thing like, hey, I'm going to go get this beer. What is it?
I'm drinking some absolute horrendous, like micro something somebody left in the house. I really don't even know what it's called.
It's going down.
I don't know. I'm like I don't like a pale ale. I'm just like a Pilsner girl. Give me that Eastern European shit, like whatever that is.
Let's go.
Love it.
KayAdams, guys. Now, let me ask you this, Kay, as well, because we're asking icebreakers, and I feel like we definitely had some icebreakers already, but let me get your the Giants season. Are you excited about it? Because you were supposed to come down to camp. We'll address a little bit of that. Hold on. We'll address a little bit of that from there, if you don't mind. But we're gonna play a little game and ask you that. However, how excited you are about the Giants season and what they're capable of doing now that you've seen the success that they had last season?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk to Dak this week. I'm going to talk to, obviously, Daniel Jones every week. And I think it's really incredible what they're able to put together with Dable, right? So Gronk is on my show every week. And Gronk gets shouted out by every NFL coach. People are checking. I mean, his agent is Drew Rosenhaus, the biggest agent in the business. So he's constantly getting like the feelers of want to come back. What do you have left? What's going on? And, he did tell me, and that made news. And I know you guys were awesome and supported me on reporting on that it was Dable, his tight end coach for 4 years, that he said, will he come out? Will he be able to come back and get me to come play again? And he agreed. And I was with Gronk that entire day that happened. And Dable right away hit up Gronk and was like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you like?" I sort of saw the texts that were coming in, and it was all like, Gronk's phone was like, but what he was able to do is so incredible. I think Waller, obviously lining up as a wide receiver, is going to be a monster. Gronk talks about it on my show all of the time. And so his effect, I had Victor Cruz on. Victor Cruz said they're, Super Bowl bound. And he reminded me, the year that, and we talked about it last week with Victor, like the year that he caught that crazy long touchdown and beat the Jets and then started this thing. And like, nobody was talking about the Giants that year. Nobody. People are actually talking more about the Jets, and it's kind of similar and mirrors that in a way. So I hope everybody kind of just shuts up about the Giants this year, and there isn't some hype. We don't need that. Like, talk about the window with Dak and talk about, Brandon Cooks and his addition and Micah, let Micah bark and let all that happen. And low key sort of undersell and over deliver. I'm telling you, Washington's going to be good in a couple of years. I'm not kidding. The vibes are high. They've got the right stuff. Like, things, if you look at these teams, like it's the teams that are top to bottom, like culture-wise, all of that. That's why you walk into the Eagles facility, no offense, but you're like, man, they've just got it from top to bottom. The Giants have that. And they have a quarterback that they obviously believe in. And so my expectations are high. My expectations are playoffs and more.
On that note, to have the Giants close this, which felt like an immeasurable gap between the Eagles and Dallas. Have they closed it any bit? Or are we just you want to find out on Sunday night kind of deal?
Well, the NFC East is such a coin flip, right? Like, I'm not, you guys think I'm stupid enough to comment on the NFC? I remember, we want a little something. I remember every year on Good Morning Football, and it was like this week, like right as the season was, I'm sure they're doing it now. It was like, who's winning this and who's doing that? And I'd be like, Coach of the Year and Rookie of the Year. But when it got to picking the divisions, I was like, NFC East, I'm sick today. I would recuse myself from the vote. I was like, I'm not, because it's just stupid. It's stupid to do it. And it is that close. So I don't know that the gap has closed. It's anybody's ball game, and all team who it's like, who wants it more? Do I trust McCarthy? He's calling the plays now. Like, that's the Cowboys sort of rap. I mean, the Eagles are the team to beat. Y'all got to make moves, because I will tell you, I was in that Eagles facility. I was doing my show live from there. I talked to Sirianni. I saw Jalen Hurts sitting in the cafeteria, and he was dialed in, like crazy dialed in. And Sirianni's watching that Super Bowl loss like 5 times a day. He's watching it like a girl that got broken up with, eating Ben and Jerry's. I'm not kidding. Like, it's in his head. So will that be good or will that be bad? We'll see.
That's the scary part. That's the fucking scary part, man. It's the Eagles, man. It's just like they're so talented. That GM is so smart. It's like, man, we can't close the gap on the Eagles, in my opinion. But I think we might be closer to Dallas than we think. That's the only thing. I just think we just got to beat out Dallas. But Philly, I don't know, man. It's on a different level. But let me say this, Kay, here. You came from, and I think, man, and I'm sure the guys could agree, a juggernaut of a morning show of Good Morning Football. You guys had Nate Burleson, juggernaut. You guys had Peter Schrager. You guys still have my guy over there, Kyle. And then you had yourself. We want to talk about like the Fantastic Four. You guys were that. Just take me through the process of how did Good Morning Football come about, and basically it skyrockets you into the FanDuel. But how did Good Morning Football come about? Did you guys know it was going to be that successful?
And we did not know it was going to be that successful. I think I really like building things. I'm a pretty big risk taker when it comes to an unknown entity and creating something. So I was asked while I was working at NBC, and I was doing some fantasy football stuff. And I was asked by a British man, named Michael Davies, who has this production company. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Men in Blazers. He's a big soccer guy, knows diddly squat about football, like literally nothing about football. And he was also doing work with NBC. He's now like in charge of Jeopardy. Like, he's this brilliant mind, great producer. And he, I got to know him a little bit while I was working at NBC. And he said, hey, I think I'm going to convince the NFL and NFL media to like, let me take over their morning show and take over this like 6 hours of real estate. And I was like, okay, like,
sure.
Like, you don't even know football. Like I literally explained to you what football is. And he somehow, he's that talented. And he got them to allow him to do it. And he said, I want you to be part of this show. And I want you to help me. And I was like, absolutely. Like, I couldn't even believe it was happening. And then very quickly it got put together, and it was this sort of small machine. And sure, we had the backing of the NFL and all of that, but you have to really prove yourself. Like, you have to convince 32 bajillionaires and a fan base that was, the NFL fan base likes what they like. You guys know, being in the New York market, like, y'all like what you like. Change is not always welcome. But we I think the success and why it worked was the fact that we all loved and wanted to celebrate football. And it was not how do we tear this down? It was not, hey, Nate, you take this take, and then Peter, you take this take, and like, let's fight. And like none of that. It was just we want to point out the good, not like to, you know, we obviously we dealt with some serious topics. Like we dealt with like some politics and stuff like that. It was an interesting set of years. It was 6 years. And you know, sitting next to, I mean, Nate is just the most wonderful teammate. I mean, Gail King, in my opinion, is the luckiest person in the industry. She gets to sit next to him, truly. So I think it was just like a bonded love of the game that fans resonated with and eventually sort of caught up with and accepted because we were sort of them on TV. Like, and I loved, my whole thing was I just like interacting with fans, and I like to, you know, and I sort of found my little niche in wanting to defend the teams that aren't talked about. So like the Saints, like why don't we ever talk about this? And then the Bengals. And then lo and behold, you know.
You got them to a Super Bowl. Well done.
I did. I really did.
No big deal.
and shout out to Nate Burleson. He actually did this show when we were.
He did?
Yes.
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
I got to show you something, Kay, and then I want to see if you can do it just as good as Nate did. Okay, here we go. Boy. He was one of our first guests. We love Nate.
Oh, I love him.
I love Nate.
Here we go.
New York Revival, I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Okay, I was
you had a great one. You had a great one.
Here, so
exactly. It was better than Nate. It's better than Nate.
Like, I don't know. I know Nate, and that seemed a little like that was like an 8 out of 10. I'm just Nate. You
heard that, Nate. We're gonna
heard that, Nate.
Okay. I can't even keep up with somebody I knew was with him today, and somebody knew that I knew was also with him like on Monday, and then he was like with his son who's like and I'm like, how do you? Yeah. He's one of those people that if you get like bogged down under work, you're like, well, Nate somehow does it, so get with the program.
Right.
Yeah. Shout out to Nate too, man. I shot him a little text. It was like, hey, man, we got Kay. If you said something, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it was, but shout out to Nate, man. He's a great guy. And I can definitely understand the compliment, man. He's an awesome guy when we had him on the show. But Kay, I want to do something a little different because we had our email full, our DMs full, text messages. I had cousins I didn't even know about, all right? They all text me and wanted to ask KayAdams a question, but we picked just one. One guy we deemed that was awesome enough to do this. So it's a fan here. He's a revivalist, and he just wants to ask KayAdams a question. Do we have him queued in, guys, Sal?
We sure do.
You guys are great producers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much.
He's from the He's a Giant pod. He's a Giant. Brand new podcast. It's our good friend Sal. What do you got, Sal? Come on, buddy.
What's up?
Welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for your time. Now, don't worry. It's just live TV and it's KayAdams. Don't be nervous.
It's just KayAdams.
Every other Tuesday.
Yep. Just another Tuesday night. Next week, I'm hanging out with Susie Colbert, so this is no big deal. It's fine.
All right, let's go. What's the question you got for Kay, brother?
All right. First of all, hey, KayAdams. All praise and flowers to you. Amazing show. We all love your show. Everybody here is a fan. I can speak for all of Giants Nation. We are all big fans, so we appreciate you. And I wanted to ask you a question. I'm so glad you brought up that you're going to have Daniel Jones on Tuesdays, because ever since the day that man was signed, this fan base has been set on fire because we're kind of split. Is he elite? Is he trash? Is he mid? Is he good? I think most of us have sort of landed on he's pretty good. We love Brian Dable. So because you're a stats girl, you love the over-unders. I know you do. I know the FanDuel numbers. They had him set at 3,300. I'm going to give you different numbers. I put it up on Twitter today. I'm going to ask you for your thoughts. I put over 16 games played because he played 16 last year.
Mm-hmm.
I got Daniel Jones at 3,680 passing yards, 23 passing touchdowns.
23.
9 interceptions.
23 is a lot. Okay, hold on.
I thought it was low.
All right.
Really? I'm a little nervous about it. Look at you three.
And then I had another 580 rushing yards and another 4 rushing touchdowns. So I need your over-under on that and your thoughts.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to go over because I think with Dable and Darren Waller and Hyatt, who I'm super high on, we're going to be rolling in those numbers. I'm super confident about the rushing yards. in a big way. Like, would I be surprised if he had more than Jalen? I wouldn't be. And Jalen, like, I said Jalen could run for 1,000 this year. I don't think we'll use him that way. I had Kyle Rudolph on today celebrating his retirement. And when I brought up the name Daniel Jones, he said, no one gives him credit for what an athlete this guy is. No one gives him credit for, and he literally said that he was out there running, because I joked about how, well, he fell, he tripped, that wasn't fun. And he goes, yeah, but he was out there running faster than anyone, than Lamar Jackson. He was out there going, that's what he said. And his word, and this is just, he has no reason, you can, I'm a body language, I'm a vibes gal, vibes.
Hey.
Hey. Hey-o, ring the bell.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And so I think like those rushing yards and that athleticism will definitely show itself. I'm gonna go over. I don't want to set him up for crazy because now it's like we weren't sure about him, but now he's gonna be Eli Manning. I hate that. Let's relax on he's our next Eli Manning. We don't need that for our boy DJ. And I promise y'all, the fan base, you guys, the revival, all of it, the revivalists, like I promise I will treat him that way. I will not blow him up. I will not put him in a bad spot when he's on my show every week.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, Sal.
Let's go. Thank you, Sal. Appreciate you, man.
Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night.
All right, guys. I got to
thank you so much.
So.
Of course. Hey, we thank you so much, Kay, for giving us your time. We know you got things to do. There's a lot on the docket. Big week for you. Kind of big week, huh?
Huge week.
Well, tomorrow we have Gronk on and we have Bill Simmons on from the Ringer, so that'll be fun.
Oh, love it.
So guys, really quick, let's. Do you want to let Kay got to run, right? So let's do this really quick.
What do you
Let her
mean?
go.
No, what do you mean?
Let's say this. We're gonna play this quick game. This game is called Shots. We're gonna end this on a good note before you get out of here. And I just need 5 minutes of your time because we got to give you some package that we always give the guests. Done. Just 5 minutes of your time. Not even. But when we wrap this up. But let's do the quick game Shots, guys. Wrap this up, and then we'll talk to KayAdams behind the scene, and of course, give her the nice stuff that we always give our guests. But Hefe, what you got, man? Let's go. Let's play this game. Let's make it quick for Kay. She got to run.
I mean, you said make it quick. You just said she's got to stay afterwards and do this game with us. So I'm going to expedite this thing.
Let's go.
I can read the room. Kay, you said you were uninvited from Giants camp. What happened?
Now hold on. Give her the rules here. If you don't want to answer, you drink.
Oh,
that's simple. If you
can drink,
you don't drink.
Well, then this is over, gentlemen. Have a nice night.
Let's go.
No, I don't. You know what? I don't have a great answer. I don't think anything bad happened.
Okay.
I think it was a mix-up in wires that I wasn't involved in the conversation, and the next thing I knew, there's like some logistical issue. But I think that's like good luck for y'all somehow. That's how I'm interpreting it. I'm interpreting it as that somehow led to a conversation with Daniel Jones about coming on my show every week. Ipso facto, what so have you? No bad blood. I might even be at the Giants Cowboys game on Sunday. I'm going to Jets Bills on Monday night. Do I double dip? Do I not go to the Open and head to MetLife? Maybe. We'll see.
All right.
That's what I like to hear.
Fair enough.
Guys, really quick, man. Let's wrap this up. That was just one question, guys. See how quick that was?
Wait, hold on.
I have one more.
What did you guys think it was? Did you guys think I got like uninvited?
We had no idea.
We wanted to hear a little
We had no
something.
idea. We wanted to hear a little something. We just thought we had to yell at the Giants for you.
Let's
That's what we
make
thought.
something up. Let's say like, because I was supposed to go. So truly, I was going to do my show there with Victor. So Victor was supposed to go with me. So let's blame Victor. Like Victor got too drunk at Carbone.
There it is. I like that.
I like this. I like this.
He got kicked out of Carbone, and then the Giants got bored of it. And Mara was like, "You're in trouble and grounded. You are not allowed to camp." And
that's such a Mara thing to do too, with the.
And then Sean O'Hara came in, and no kidding.
I love this stuff. You have one more before we
last question. 1 to 10. How happy are you that you came on with the revival tonight?
You guys are so okay. To be honest, I was like, "What am I getting into?"
I bet.
Like what? And I'm sorry. I just noticed the lights are crazy.
Yes.
I was a little bit like, "What is that?" Like because I was told like, "Bring a drink. We're gonna ask you this, and there's surprises." And then people like whatever I would like the secret sauce of your fan base. because they are fervent and they, it's very hard to cut through. So that's not funny. Like it is. It's hard to cut through and to sort of separate yourselves, especially in a New York market. It's super hard. So that you guys have done this, I can tell there's crazy chemistry between y'all. And I want to know the backstories eventually. But we can do eeny, meeny, miny, mo and see who's coming on Up and Adams first.
You
let me know.
Eli, you go. Eli, you go.
I don't know. Eli, you messed up I didn't have the link on time.
That's true. I'll do it.
Don't do this, Kay. Elizabeth, I'm going home, Elizabeth. I'm going
to turn it around on you for one last thing. You each need to give me a question for Daniel Jones. What should I ask him?
Oh, that's fine. Can we
DM
you?
This week on Thursday, and then every Tuesday after. So what should I ask him on Thursday ahead of Cowboys Giants?
Can we DM you to make it nice and? Can we DM you a couple questions?
Sure.
No, I'm going to ask you one.
You ask now? Okay. How about say DM is better?
Is Micah Parsons in the back of his mind when he's dropping back every time? Is he
really?
every time
really
with Andrew Thomas? With Andrew Thomas blocking him, does he? No, hold on. I got a better one. Let's clear it up.
Look at Kay's like you can do better, man.
This is why we should button it up and email her.
Exactly.
Button it up. I'm going to send you a good one, and if you could just keep.
Did you just call him Micah Parsons? What?
Micah. What is it? Was it Micah?
The rest of the world says Micah. He does this all the time.
One of the best defensive players in the National Football League. Yeah, Micah.
He's a Micah in these
zero darts.
Okay.
Well, KayAdams is out of here.
Guys, on this note, let's wrap this up because we still got to talk to Kay and send her a nice little thing off on the side.
I can't talk anymore. I have to go. But I listen. Vibes. Invite me back. Invite me back.
Yeah.
We will chop it up. Bye to you guys. Appreciate it. El Jefe's wife, the star of the show. I love you. Watching in the next room. I mean, just letting your husband live his dream. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Kay, thank you so much. I'll DM you anyway. Thank you so much, Kay. Run. Appreciate you.
What's your wife's name?
Marissa.
Yeah. Marissa, we love you. Sending love from LA. Bye, guys. All
right, guys. Listen, that was the show, guys.
Hold on, I gotta think of something better. I got put on a spot and my brain just froze up. I couldn't think of anything.
Just give me.
And I've never even heard you call him.
I gotta catch my breath. I gotta catch my breath.
Micah.
Guys.
What I say? My brain. I'm sorry, Kay. I'm sorry.
Listen, everyone watching understands.
I let you guys down.
Okay, I was getting made fun of because my face is the color of my shirt. So what an idiot! I should have worn any other color shirt. I just blended in. The blood's rushed into my face. I saw at least 60 comments about me. Look, Big Dash, I'm going to talk to you, Dash. I see you. Me and Big Dash are going to have words tomorrow.
Now,
he's making me laugh, making fun of me.
Let me say this, guys. What a show. And I'm telling you guys, we're live, so I'm troubleshooting behind the scenes, guys. It was a show.
It was a doozy.
I just want to say thank you to the revivalists, everyone that came to support in the chat, and thank you for bearing with our technical difficulties that we had tonight, guys. We did this for you. We did this for you, for the Giants community. This is what we do this for. Not only for the Giants, but for New York, man. Like, this is what we do. You know what I mean? Get hype, man. September 10th, big game, guys. This is it. This is all the marbles, all right? So I want to see you guys out there. I want to see you guys active on social media. Twitter is where it's at. Follow us, New York Revival. Of course, guys, we're going to have these guests back in the middle of the season, and we're going to have some new ones as well. Guys, keep hitting that thumbs up. This is what helps. You see what it is, right? You see what it is? So hit that thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. Everyone who participated. Sal, Tiki, LPG, Ransom, and KayAdams. Thank you so much. And on behalf of my brothers here, Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Spee if you nasty now. And my brother El Jefe, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. Damn It Daniel, and your boy Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes. I'm tired. Y'all be well. Peace and blessings.
Let's go, Giants. Let's go.
New video out tomorrow. Go Giants.
Eli Rax, El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, the Revival.